Ladies and gentlemen, another day here in San Diego for Chargers practice. Now, today's a little bit different. Day one, yesterday, not day one. Yesterday, they had pads on. Today, no pads, more of a rest day. But as they start to prepare for their Hall of Fame game, you're going to see intensity of practices get higher and higher as time goes on. So get ready. Also, the 29th, I believe, is their first game. I could be wrong about that. It doesn't matter. Whenever their first game is, we're going to have analysis. We're gonna have all 22 coaches film for that game for you guys, so get ready, stay tuned. But before we dive into another practice here for Justin Herbert, Trey Harris, Marion Hampton, and a bunch of these other guys, make sure you guys go check out all of the beat reporters here in LA with the Chargers. We're now in San Diego for now. Do me a favor, go follow them. Without them, these videos are just not possible to make, and I guarantee it, you guys will not regret it. They do such a great job keeping us updated, and it honestly feels like I'm at practice when I'm watching these highlights. So this specific clip is from Eric Williams, Eric D. Williams. Go follow him right now, man. He does such a good job with these highlights, and just go give him a quick little shout out, and let's dive into today's video. Alright, I did see this tweet from Chris. Once again, another guy you guys need to be following. If you're a Charger fan, it doesn't make sense not to follow him. He actually listed all of the guys who weren't practicing during today. He started off with Rashawn Slater, who we have heard over the last couple of days. Day one, it was like a rest day, and then second day, he was with the, trainers trying to work something out, but very minor injury is what the coaching staff said. You also have Benjamin St. Juste, who actually missed some time today. Practiced a few days ago, so I'm not too sure if that's another minor situation or not. Dante Jackson, the new cornerback coming over from Pittsburgh, looks like he'll be a starting boundary corner for this football team this season. Jalen Reagor, who's already made some big-time catches from Justin Herbert, he was out. Raheem Rocket Sanders, Tony Jefferson, went over him. You have Kyle Guidry, and then Luke Grimm as well, a guy who Jim Harbaugh has spoken a lot about as of the last few weeks. So those are the players who were not practicing today. Let's kind of get back into more practice. All right, here's a little bit of footage from the linebackers. First up is Henley. He's already made a massive impact on this defense throughout training camp thus far, having a couple of interceptions. Second up, we see Junior Colson, another third-round pick of last season. That's back-to-back years with third-round picks coming in here and looking like day one starters for this up-and-coming season. We also see a couple of other guys in here as well, including number 58, who I'm not completely sure who it is, but I believe it's Marlowe Wax. Now, I believe the same thing happened in yesterday's video where I saw him. Let me know in the comments. Is that Marlowe Wax? I think it is. I know you guys are going to be like, oh, you got to know who it is, blah, 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 which you guys are not wrong. But when we're talking about this linebacker core, another guy we have to talk about is Denzel Perriman, man. This guy's a true veteran in this room. He's probably the oldest guy in this room as an interior linebacker. But I also like the edges that they have. Yes, they lose Joey Bosa. They retain and bring back Khalil Mack, but a guy named Thule, okay? I don't want to try to mess up his last name. Thule is a guy that probably going to break out this season. Now that Joey Bosa is gone in Buffalo, I think it's time for Thule to break out. They also have Bud Dupree, who's going to rotate in, needing that edge rush depth. He's a guy that's going to rotate in a lot. You also have Kyle Kennard and Caleb Murphy. Kennard is the guy they drafted this year in the 4th round. He's got some good potential, but a little bit of work from the linebackers here, not bad at all. All right, here's some footage from Jason Delgado. You guys can go follow him on Twitter and X as well. Does such a great job kind of highlighting these 11-on-11 and 7-on-7 portion of practices. I believe Taylor Heineke is our quarterback here with Marion Hampton in the back field. Obviously, we're going to hand it off here. Now, first thing we got to basically talk about is, listen, they're not bringing the running back down. You're not going to see anyone tackling here. We truly just don't know how good a running back is until those pads come on. We just can't tell, right? And right here, it looks like the O-line does a decent job. I wish I knew who that was over there on that weak side. Because he is doing a great job. Whoever this man is, what's that number? Is that 54? Is that Kyle Kennard right there? Oh, man. Okay, that's Kyle Kennard. He does a great job kind of blowing up that right side of the field. Marion Hampton gets a couple of yards, right? Whatever it may be. Then we get 46 off the edge. Probably would have made the tackle in the backfield. But again, you can't really take any of this without a grain of salt because it's just not fair, right? We need to see, and this is the guy right here, Jason Delgado. Go follow him on Twitter or X right now. He has so many different clips from practice. I mean, here's one. Justin Herbert to Conklin. So first thing we notice is we got 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end on the side here. You get a chip and release at the top of your screen with Tyler Conklin. As we drop back, he's going through a full field read. Look at him, scan left, nothing he loves there, and then boom, he turns, right, finds Tyler Conklin, who maybe picks up 3, 4, 5 yards here on this play. Nice stop, great ball. Would Herbert have gone sacked here? No, pocket's very clean. Pocket is very clean. Now, this is an adjusted period where these guys aren't allowed to really get to the quarterback. Sorry, my screen went black. Didn't for you guys, but not a bad play there. We also have another new running back here, and right here we're going to get a crack toss to the left, which means we want to just swing these guys out, right? Get these guys out in space. I mean, we have got about 5 blockers here working out. Now, this running back is Nyheim Hines, new running back here. Reminds me a lot of Austin Eckler in terms of in the receiving game, he can be deadly. And right here, gets a nice little block, cuts up the field, does a great job. I mean, he might not actually get tackled until maybe the 46-yard line there. I mean, just a great job. Right, the 40, yep, cuts up, maybe the 46, maybe even breaks through, right? Great job by Nyheim Hines. I think he could be an explosive running back for them if they choose to keep him on this roster. Let me know what you guys think about the running back room. They have a lot of guys, former Michigan players, but also Kamani Vidal, Arian Hampton, Najee. Who do you think are the top 4 running backs on this team going into the season? All right, here's some drills here. You see Keandre Lambert-Smith, Ladd McConkey, wide receivers going through some individual drills. Look at how many people are here in San Diego that still love the Chargers. Hey, if you still love the Chargers and you're from San Diego, put a W in the comment section down below as we watch some of these wide receivers go through some drills. Quentin Johnston has been probably one of the biggest surprises so far this training camp. Early days on, dropped a couple of balls, but ever since then, I feel like he's been so locked in, getting better each and every single day. There's Trey Harris, just working on breaking release, and then boom, catching the ball through contact here. So all they're basically working on this specific play. We also have to remember Jalen Reagor is not at practice today either. Wish I could see a KLS rep, because I really do believe KLS is and could potentially be a major factor to this team going into next season. But we're gonna have to wait and see. That preseason game is gonna be so much fun, man. I hope we get to see a lot of KLS. All right, funny enough, right? I talk about KLS, and we get a clip from Jason Delgado. Shout out to my guy on Twitter X. So right here, first thing that we notice, it's 7-on-7s. Okay, so there's no O-line, no D-line, but we have 1 high safety over the top. He ends up committing down here, which means we get a 1-on-1 read with KLS. This ultimately ends up being a yes-no read for quarterbacks who love their wide receiver much more than their DB. They circle yes in their head and they say, I'm throwing this football no matter what. In this case, they say that. They throw this ball. Look at the body adjustment, the ability to come back to the football and make a play. Keandre Lambert-Smith, let's watch this in totality a couple of times. Great job plucking that ball out of the air. Dude, I'm telling you right now, okay, it's not because I'm an Auburn fan specifically, okay? But this guy is just a little bit different when it comes to work ethic, and I feel like he is going to be. And then you can look at the draft call. Dude, the wide receiver coach was pumped to get this dude. Pumped. Which tells me they're going to try to find ways to utilize him every single game, man. I am so excited about KLS. This is actually the coach that was wicked high on KLS right here, working with Ladd with some wide receiver drills, catching the ball from the ground. Just, you know, different perspective, I guess, is what it's working on. Your hands, catch radius. It looks like all of them are going to do it at some point. Next guy rotating in. But, again, let's go. Some more 7-on-7 here. Looks like we get a swing by the running back on that right side. Get a little in by or stop row over the middle by Will Dissly. Ladd on the whip route. Look at this whip route here by Ladd. Whoop! Gets the ball in space. Turns up the field. Gets a couple more yards. But so quick. Look at him. Whoop! Beautiful job by Ladd. I'm all in on this dude, man. All in on Ladd McConkey in this offense. That is Herbert. maybe we could see some 11 on 11s today as well. Here's another one with Ladd. Herbert drops back in the pocket. I mean, great protection. Again, it's adjusted. They're not actually trying to sack the quarterback, right? I believe only the edges are really supposed to try to get to the quarterback, but again, never hit the quarterback. Right here finds Ladd down the field. Great job once again. I'm telling you, man, something about this Chargers team feels a little bit different. I wish they were completely healthy. I wish Slater was out here. I wish Najee was out here and whatnot. But yeah, I'm excited for this team this year. I think they're going to be very adamant on running the football early. But man, once you start to adjust your defense to the run, they're going to beat you deep with KLS and Ladd and all these guys they got here with one-on-one matchups. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to head out of here early, but there are a ton of more clips from Jason Delgado. Go follow him on Twitter or X right now for more, and those other names in the top of your screen. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.